Hello everyone, my name is Kasai. I am a tarot reader and a channeler. I have some messages today, so if you have found yourself here, these messages might be for you. However, if they do not fit, do not force them. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, let's get into it. I'm going to start with a fortune, which I've never done, but I was drawn to. So, we're going to do that. Okay, there we are. What do we got? Ooh. After readying the every emotion, there's understanding entering the realm. All right, this really points to clarity. This points to breakthrough. The last reading might resonate for you. No obligations, just if you feel drawn. Because that reading was about clarity, about momentum through clarity, through truth. Okay, there's something here. After reading the every emotion, you've definitely come into a great balance, a great harmony within the internal realm that is allowing you to gain access to greater clarity. Okay, there's understanding entering the realm. I'm feeling like a breakthrough energy, like a revelation energy, or like a epiphany energy. This is something, it feels more of like a sudden tying together, a sudden culmination, a sudden manifestation even. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for the collective regarding this message? Understanding entering the realm. What messages do we have? What energies do we have surrounding this message? We have the Page of Wands, okay? So there's something of taking on some sort of new journey, new adventure. There's some sort of new idea that is being sparked. There's something here about, I heard renovation, okay, about making something more grand, making something more aesthetic, making something like when you're renovating a house, you are making a small bathroom into a more open bathroom, right? Or you're making the kitchen into, you're changing the colors of the kitchen and you're turning the old like green countertop, I don't know materials that they make countertops with, but like an old green countertop, and you're turning it into a marbled countertop, right? There's something about renovation coming through here, understanding what it is that you want to improve upon, okay, and this seems to be in the realm of energetics. What do we have here? Ooh, the Four of Wands, your home. This could even be your home. All right. There is some bigger energy. This isn't just about the home, though. With the Page of Wands and the Four of Wands, this is about connection, renovating your connections, or the way you show up in connection, the connections that you bring into your life or accept into your life, we'll say. The connections that... it's renovating the way you connect, the connections you accept, the expression and connection. Yeah, I feel like I said all that right. Okay, and with this Wheel of Fortune, now this is about the changing of tides. This is about changing times. This is something changing from one form to another. This is all-inclusive. Okay, so in one realm of your life, there is not just this understanding coming through because you readied the emotions, because you came into some sort of, again, inner harmony. There has been this, oh, and this card was also in yesterday's reading, so, you know, because you have come into this understanding, or sorry, this readying of the emotions, this internal balance, this internal harmony, and it's like a celebration of the internal realm, right? It's a celebration, it's a personal celebration, because there has been this occurrence, right, or this embodiment even, especially with that Wheel of Fortune, because there has been this embodiment, there's understanding entering when it comes to a certain realm of your life, a specific realm of your life. This could be multiple different areas, but there is something about changes, about movement, about the shifting tides, about the turning of tables. One thing is transforming into another thing. And it's more than transforming, it's changing. There's something new to it, right? And that's in transformation as well. What's the difference you're getting at here, Spirit? There's a difference between the transforming and the changing. 1 second. There's something here. I'm getting a lot about expression. Something about the way that there is expressed. I'm really drawn to the fact that all of these symbols, all of these beings here have wings upon them. Yesterday there was something about birds that came up too. Okay, clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune then, Spirit. Clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. What are you trying to pull through here? Clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Judgment card. Ooh, that is some big energy. There's means for celebration, or there soon will be. There's something unknown. There's something about the subconscious. There's something about the shadow side. There's something about integration of shadow elements. There's something about dharma as well, like karma received in unknown ways or uncharted ways. This new element, this unknown element. There's a big decision moving forwards, or you're about to be presented with it, or you already have been presented with it, and it's going to change something. And it feels like something quite drastic with these 3 different cards, 3 different major arcana coming out all together here. And we also have the 4 of Swords. Now, yesterday I did a reading, the last reading. I had 4 cards on the board and a couple on the back of the deck. And the 4 cards on the board, I had said that there was 4 more that I felt like the collective kind of was moving out of. This was 2 of them. So it must still be relevant in some way. Now, I really feel as though this is an unknown element. This is a subconscious element. This is reflection on the subconscious. There's some sort of alignment with the subconscious that is wanting to be had or wanting to be secured. There's some sort of decision that will be coming from the subconscious. There is there's a movement within, there's a trickling in of some sort of subconscious action, urge, okay? Yeah, there's some sort of subconscious urge here, and it has to do with changes, or it has to do with decisions, all right? And there's also something here about dreams. Dreams. Now, I don't know if this is like dreams, like the aspirations that you go after, or if this is dreams as in the literal dream state. There's something about working with the dreams, or there's messages coming through your dreams. If you don't already keep a dream journal, that would be very beneficial at this time. If you don't dream, get some more sleep, stop drinking soda, stop drinking caffeine. And alcohol, though, and stop smoking weed. Those are all suggestions. Those are all things that I know personally really mess with the ability to dream or remember the dreams, dream recollection, okay? There's something about the dreams here coming through, something about the subconscious, the unknown. You're picking up on something maybe in your resting state. Yeah, when you're in a space of solitude or meditation, reflection, it's like there's energies, there's unknown energies that are kind of coming in and integrating themselves into your reality here, or into your subconscious. Can I get more information on this moon card? The Lovers. Okay, there's more about a decision. And the sun. Oh, we have the Lovers, the moon, and the sun. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have 5 major arcana here on the board. There's something about the, integration, the working together of the conscious and the subconscious. There is something from the subconscious that wants to be brought forth, and it's going to be brought forth by continuous stillness, by a dedication to the stillness of the self. There's some sort of idea. There's some sort of urge. There's some sort of decision that the soul, it's really the soul that wants to act upon something from this place of internal balance that you're sitting within. All right. It's just that I don't know if there's like, if there's a denial of this urge, if there is, it's still too subconscious to be conscious of it, right? There's something that needs to be brought, this urge, this desire. It's something related to creation. It's something related to energetic, energetic exudate. It's creation. It's the aura. It's... You can't quite put your finger on it, right? There's something here that is wanting to be more deeply explored. There's a lot of positive, supportive, successful energy on this board. The Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment, the Sun card, the Ten of Pentacles. This has something to do with an idea that's going to generate more stability, more abundance, for some of you more wealth or prosperity. All right, this is something that's going to make you feel more content, more whole, more peaceful. This could revolve some sort of collaboration. The Four of Wands, the Lover's card. It could be a collaboration with Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment. There's something about communications. We have Gemini, the Wheel of Fortune with the winged animals. The Four of Swords. It's subconscious communication. There's something about deeper desire. Deeper desire. I keep on picking that up. It's deeper. It's deeper than what's being touched on, or it's deeper than what is being allowed at this time. It has to do with creation. All right, this is an awakening of some sort. It's like a deeper awakening, an awakening of the moon. The dark feminine. There's an awakening of these darker feminine aspects within the self. There's a remembrance, though. This is a remembrance. With the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment card, and the Sun card, this is something that's being illuminated, brought to light. This is something that is being shed light upon, wanting to exercise its power, is what I just heard. Excuse me. Can I get a clarifier for the Judgment card, please? Keep these here. That feels... No, that's that this way. Okay, clarifier for the Judgment card, please, Spirit. The Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, so there's something here about a resistance. There's a resistance to some deeper aspect of the dark feminine that wants... there's a resistance to something that wants to be expressed from that place. And it is something of creation. It is something of harmony. It's something of connection, an expression of connection, and a deeper bond. A spontaneous, adventurous kind of bonding with the other, whether this come in the form of humans or nature or... objects of value, I suppose. I'm going through changes. There's something growing within the self. But it's more than growing. It's something that's going to have to become a conscious change in relation to creation. And I think it's being so vague, either because it is subconscious, still more so subconscious than conscious, or it's because it is something creative. And creation is very individualistic. It's very unique to each person, to each human. It's going to vary drastically or vastly between each person, even if it's under the same modality. Because everybody, it's an expression of one's energy. So there's something about the expression of one's energy here. All right. After readying the every emotion, it's like there is something that you are readying to see. You've closed some sort of cycle when it comes to When it comes to pain, when it comes to suffering, when it comes to the ways in which you hurt yourself by holding on to limiting and painful perceptions of the world and the self and the other. You've closed out some sort of cycle where you put yourself in positions of misalignment in order to keep some sort of composure or closure when it was painful to the heart or to the soul, to the process of creation, to the cycle of life, something of stagnancy for the heart, something that is a stagnant emotion. After readying the every emotion, there's understanding entering the realm. So there's something here. There's something here about there's been a lot of emotional work that has been had, and now it's like there's something from the unconscious, that shadow, that dark feminine, some sort of old pain, something stagnant, kind of like is it hard water? No, hard water is when it's dried up. Still water, you know how still water sits and it starts to smell, and it kind of gets, it attracts mosquitoes. It attracts life, but it's kind of annoying and it kind of smells. There's something about that wants to be expressed in order to be released. And you're coming to this understanding of that stagnant emotion. Understanding entering the realm of emotion. Because it's after readying the emotion, there's understanding entering the realm of the emotion. Okay, so there's something about stagnant energies bringing creation to anything that is stagnant emotionally. Okay, there's been an alignment of the emotions. So there's something that's still there that is not aligned. Now there's been a cycle that's closed, but there's something that's kind of just sitting there, like sitting on the surface. But it's not surface. Nope, that's not right. It's still water in the subconscious. It's still water in the nervous system, possibly. It's, yeah, that feels right. There's something about the body hanging on to some sort of emotion. Okay, Spirit is wanting you to tap into your body. Again, that consistent stillness. Something about that, like a longer practice of stillness than usual. Journaling for longer, meditating for longer, sitting in nature for longer. Taking a longer bath, etc., etc., knitting for longer. I don't know, whatever it might be for you. Yoga for longer. So there's something about that still, like the place where you receive stillness, even if it's not sitting, right? Even if your place of stillness is lifting weights. There's something about doing something a little bit longer or being more thrown into it. I hope I'm adequately expressing this. There's something about getting really in tune with the body at this time in order to kind of identify where in the body this still water is, because it is related to nervous system, I'm feeling. And there's something here. I think there may be for some of you a lot of past recognition of past things or recollection of memories. Yeah, here's that awakening, that remembering of things that were like crammed back there through survival mode, years of survival mode. There's something about that here, remembering of things that you once did not remember because the subconscious suppressed them, the conscious suppressed them into the onto the back burner in order to protect the intellect, protect the psyche. And now that you are in a place of balanced emotions, there is remembrance coming forth, therefore understanding of the still water that is present. And there's something here. This could be, not for everyone, take what resonates, please. Something related to some sort of perfectionism mindset, or the idea of maybe having to be extremely, There's something here about like it's connected to self-worth at some root. Feeling as though you're not enough unless unless something is perfect, unless you are producing, unless you are being very diligent, unless you are like doing. There's something still present there, and it seems like it's very deep, but it also doesn't seem like it's very big. It seems like the bringing this to the forefront is going to create some sort of big change and bring about a big decision. It's just that you have to become aware, or more consciously aware. I feel as though this is something that there is an awareness of, but not a deeper understanding of. There is understanding entering the realm. You must be still. You must be still. Now, that doesn't mean that you stop doing what you need to be doing. That just means more mental focus on that which is unconscious, on that which is spidey senses, on that which is feels minuscule, or when those things in your mind that come up suddenly and then they go away, pay more attention to those things. Don't just let them slip by. Be like, what was that thought? Bring that back. Hold on, bring that back. You know, there's something about that here, okay? And again, it could have to do, it is tied to some sort of self-worth, like I am not enough if. Okay, deeper journaling upon this would be very beneficial at this time. Yeah, the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords. This is something you have an awareness on. It's just not more deeply understood because there's an attention to the body. There's a nurturing of the body that needs to be tapped into. There's a greater level of self-care. There's something that you're not taking into practice that would be beneficial for you to take into practice. Okay, even if you are doing several things, there's something that's not being tapped into, and spirit is urging, not just spirit. Spirit is like pushing you. It's your own spirit. It is your soul, it's that dark feminine aspect, whether you are male, female, non-binary, what have you. It is that dark feminine aspect of the self that is calling towards you, that is reaching towards you, that is urging you to create something from this place of the tingling subconscious. The tingling subconscious. There's something like, it's the spidey senses. There's something that you intuitively pick up on within your own body through that nervous system. Okay, there's something about when it's triggered, it could make the hair on your arm stand up, or it could send some sort of energetic signal through your body. If you know, you know. There's something to pay attention to there. And I think that other people could help you, really collaborating with others in a form of reflection could be very helpful for you at this time. Or it's in relation to the way that you connect. Again, as I said in the beginning, there is some sort of changes taking place, decisions taking place around the ways in which you connect, the connections that you accept and allow, the expression of connection and expression of self within connection, creativity. Okay, do we have any messages from my deck, Spirit, to correlate to this message? Is that the travel card in reverse? The travel card in reverse. It's been coming up so much lately. In the reverse. These cards don't often come up in the reverse, but they're coming up in the reverse lately. It's really interesting. Okay, this is something about like the way in which maybe it's like you feel as though you have to do more in order to be enough for certain connection. You feel as though you have to be there more in order to deserve connection, in order to be deserving of value or acceptance within your closest bonds. The travel card in the reverse is about that stillness. It's about and I'm also getting it's about that still water. Okay, can I get some more information on this travel card in the reverse, please? Clarifier for the travel in the reverse. Take it. I'm getting something about the physical, something about the expression, something about the way that you express your, I don't know if this is through body language, through your clothes, through the what you say, the way you speak. There's something about alignment with the way you connect now, the way you want to connect moving forward, not expressing yourself in the ways that worked with your old connections or in the ways that you used to connect. Changing the way that you express yourself to better align with the ways in which you would like to connect now, the connections that you would like to bring in. Okay. And with the Lover's card and the Sun, this could definitely be about the true self, the authenticity. We have storage coming up, which taps into that still water. Okay? Hidden potential or untapped talents and abilities. Need to bring structure and clarity to thoughts and emotions. So there's something you've realized recently. Yes, there's something you have realized recently. Now there's a need to delve into it deeper. And then there's something that's going to be like, there's some sort of great decision that leads to positivity, success, completion, abundance, prosperity, health. Any more information from my deck here? Any more information? Very interesting reading. We have expansion in the reverse. There's something here about sitting, and we have meadow. This is about peace. This is about silence. This is about tranquility. This is about stillness. There's a lot about stillness, and it's we have misled. Don't follow under that. There's something about really trusting the gut, the self, the body. Again, there's something in the body. Travel reversed, expansion reversed. There's something about needing to sit still in order to look back and pull forward. Okay, now this is something this is from childhood, this is from the soul, this is from the past. The Four of Swords, the Four of Wands. There's something here, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's something here in relation to what has been. Okay, there's a cycle that's been closed out in relation to that, but that still water is sitting atop what has been closed out. It's like I'm seeing like a basket, or is it a present? A wrapped present. I don't know. It's like a wicker basket, but then it keeps on looking like a present with like a bow, like those fake presents where it's the one colored paper and then there's the two lines on each, there's a one line on each side because it connects to the bow. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm seeing. It's from like this wicker basket into a gift, and it keeps shifting. Okay, so it's something about the storage being held in a wicker basket in the subconscious, but there's a gift there, and that's why I feel there's so much major arcana here, as well as this, great success, abundance, completion, right? This culmination, this transformation, this rejuvenation. There's a gift within something that has recently been realized. The emotions are in a place of balance that will be allowing for you to really dive into this. This is just going to take, I feel like journaling. Journaling feels really relevant here. Then there's also creation, whether that is with writing, with color, painting, crayons, pencils, pens, whether this is crafting with the hands. It's something very expressive of energy that's going to really help you have greater understanding of this still water. With the expansion in the reverse, this is something that in the past may have triggered you, or something in the past that used to cause you to revert. You've taken an awareness to some sort of old trigger that you recognize no longer triggers you. You are being urged to look further into wherever that root was, whatever those situations were. The travel in reversed is now giving me a different meaning. It's giving me a travel back in time, not in a way of reminiscing or ruminating or melancholy, not even nostalgic, no longing. This is in purely a way of reflection, of sitting with something. Okay. Hit it. Okay, there's something about, there's a message from that part of yourself. And it is connected to a more shadow aspect. There's dark feminine that wants to express itself. It could be beneficial for you to go out into an open space where it's not close to town or it's not close to people, and let shit out. Scream, but even more than that, have a conversation. Like, you speak out loud verbally. There's something that wants to be let out. Okay, the dark feminine really likes to destruct things, deconstruct things, destroy things. There's something about, a rage root that came to mind. Getting something out. It's a justified means of release, a justified means of it's like it feels like an annoyance, and it's related. It's that an annoyance, that still water, that mosquitoes breed in it. Annoying, right? And it kind of smells a little bit. It's something, maybe it smells a little bit. Maybe it was a little unfair. Maybe it was a little gross. Whether from the self or the other, there's some sort of gift sitting there. Okay? I'm really hoping that this reading was to bring further clarity to what that may have been for you. Each and every one of you. Or maybe it helped you to tap into what creative outlet will help you further reach into that. Because tarot's all about clarity and understanding, right? I'm not touching on things that you don't already know. Tarot is all about the subconscious and the occult, right? It's an occult thing, the mysteries, the underlying, the unseen, the beyond. But it's stuff that you are tapped into at a soul level. So there's something that you are aware of. You just need to get a little deeper in there. Accept compliments and give praise. I feel like that kind of connects to that perfectionism thing, right? You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of connection, of rest, of that stillness, of release. You deserve to release. You deserve to have these outlets. You deserve to create. It doesn't have to be perfect. And when you see something that really tickles your fancy and it's not perfect, give praise. There's something else that wants to come up. What is that? What is that? You don't have to do more. You don't have to do more necessarily. It's about diving deeper into what you're already doing, or it's maybe replacing one thing with something more fulfilling or more relieving, more potent of an outlet, something that gives you more space. There is something, whatever this thing is, that the cycle you've closed out, it's the still water that's sitting there. It's taking up space, okay? It's not allowing you to grow past it, and it's annoying. It's a little bit of a blockage. You know what this is. You're just going to need to sit to bring that back, to remember that, and then to dive into it deeper, okay? Accept compliments and give praise to yourself, first and foremost. Okay? To yourself. Maybe you're being a little hard with that Seven of Swords. That taps into that self-worth thing. Maybe you're being a little hard on yourself right now. Okay? Maybe you're not being the best friend to yourself. That would make sense since you are changing things in relation to connection. There's something about complimenting yourself a little more, praising yourself for how far you've come, for the work that you have done, complimenting your own creations, no matter how small, your journaling and painting, your poetry, your knitted scarf, your knitted stuffed animal, your crocheted stuffed animal, your new weight level, your etc., right? Praise yourself. You deserve it. You deserve. Oh, and I'm feeling someone is kind of. I'm getting this sense came from the right. It came from like right here. There's something of a lack of acceptance, feeling unworthy of praising the self. It's a blockage in the throat chakra and it weighs on the shoulders. It's something about it's a burden that causes blockage, okay? There's something that needs to be done with the throat chakra inwardly, okay? You need to speak more kindly to yourself. Praise yourself. This isn't just like looking in the mirror and saying, this isn't going to just be surface. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am smart. This is like, I really did that. I deserve this creation. Those don't feel good enough. Ooh, I'm catching it. There's something about that good enough. What if you just like did and let it be without expectation of the outcome, without expectation of external even vision or eyes upon it? What if you just did and kept it for yourself and then like marveled at it? I feel like that's going to be a very beneficial practice for all of us. Okay? I hope this found everyone that it was meant for, and I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. And if it did resonate, please do leave a like, comment if you feel drawn to. And if you would like to see more videos from me, if you would like to receive more messages from me, do not be afraid to subscribe, all right? And until next time, guys, so much love. Bye-bye.